Hi, I'm Bill, and welcome to my channel. And again, I'm just some guy on the internet who's decided to learn astrophotography focused on deep space objects. And this is part of a series of sharing with you how I made the decision to actually go down this road. And I'm out in my backyard today because this would be the platform for where I would do my observing. And I don't know if you can see here, but I have a GoPro camera, and we'll get to that in a minute. What I'm going to do is share with you how I profiled my backyard so I could see just how much sky I had available to work with. And in a later video, I'll show you stellarium and how I took the information I gathered here and then use stellarium to get a better profile of what I'd be able to observe in the sky. So anyway, I'm in San Mateo, California. It's a light polluted area. I'll focus on light pollution in another video. There's a lot of information out there to help you understand how much light pollution is in your area and what they call seeing, how you'll be able to see in those type of things. But I'll tell you, I am in a Bortle probably 8-9 area, which means it's heavily light polluted, and that's something you should take into consideration when you're thinking about going into astrophotography, where you're going to do deep sky object imaging, which is what I'm looking to do. The first thing I did is I got out my phone and I brought up the compass app that I had, and to just give you a little bit of idea, off in this direction here, the way I have the this other GoPro pointing is where I would be able to find a North Star. So it's a big plus. While I hear you can align without the North Star, my understanding things become a lot easier when you're able to see the North Star. And over here is kind of the position that I would have the mountain, and it does have a view of the North Star, fortunately. So that much I'm good. So that's the let's say the 0 degrees, and then I don't know if you can see, but behind me here you see that I have a bunch of telephone lines, power lines, and there's a telephone pole. There's some palm trees over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to rotate this other GoPro here so you can kind of see the view that I have. And again, I start to have some clear sky at about this point here, about 30 something degrees. But as you can see, I have a roof line up there. So then I have to understand the angle where objects have to be in the sky before I could pick them up with my scope or my DSLR camera and lens combination. As I continue around, the sky is pretty open, so that's good. Now I'm facing at roughly 129 degrees. So my house faces 129 degrees that way. And then so here we have another roof line here. So there's the peak of my roof, and so I had to calculate how many degrees up from horizon my roof line is, so that I know that the objects I want to observe have to be above that number of degrees. And I've also heard that generally people wait until an object is at least at 30 degrees from the horizon up in the sky. So all right, and then as I continue around, I run into an issue at right about here, which is 210 degrees. You kind of see the tree there. While I got clear sky above it, depending on where the object is in the sky, that tree can be my that other problem. So this is how I went and started to profile my backyard to determine if it was suitable. Light pollution aside, I'll cover that later because I'm really exploring that right now. But is my backyard suitable for observing? And I came to the conclusion that it is. There's some challenges, My field of view at least is known now, and so I'm in pretty good shape there. So on this one point, I said, yep, I can move forward with my plans. So I think that's about it. I'm not sure what else I have here, but this was one factor. Do I have a suitable area? And while I also have an RV, a motorhome, my preference would be to observe from the backyard. That would be the easiest, but I fully plan to also take the mount and scope and everything on trips with us, so where we can go into darker skies area. And then when I get into the light pollution information, I'll share with you how to determine dark sites and those type of things. So let me just make sure before I close, is there anything else I really wanted to share? No. So one step was making sure I had a suitable backyard to work with. I understand what my challenges are. Clearly, light pollution is a big factor. San Mateo is just down the road from San Francisco. We have Oakland over that way, and further south we have San Jose. So we're pretty lit up here on the San Francisco Peninsula, but I'm learning how to overcome those challenges. Going to take a little bit of money to do that, and I've already taken the first step by ordering a light pollution filter, but I'll get into that more in later videos. So if this kind of content has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe. Again, I'm just starting my journey. I'm just a dude on the internet, as another person I watch on the internet says. So anything I say, while I may believe it's true, you should always consider other sources to kind of check my information. And one thing I can guarantee you, as I make mistakes, I'm going to share them on this channel in hopes that you don't make the same mistakes. So thanks again for stopping by. Hope you subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you like the content. Until next time.